NPJ agreed to a 5-year, $207 million extension. He's getting paid around $40 million a year now, and players with that type of contract are Giannis, Steph, Harden, Russ, Gobert, and Trey, and now Luka also, and now MPJ is in that conversation. He just came off a career season averaging 19-7, 1 assist, and fun fact, his efficiency was at an all-time high. He had the highest efficiency of any player, averaging over 19 minutes per game since Wilt Chamberlain back in 66-67 season. Wilt's efficiency was at 68% EFG. MPJ is at 64% EFG. So he had the second. I love when
Joel does that and tells me stuff I don't know.
MPJ had the second most efficient 19-point per game season in NBA history.
Wow.
Just to let you know.
You just made my argument so much stronger.
What's the question,
MPJ.
Joel?
Did he get overpaid? I'll start with you, Roof.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, bro, please.
Yeah, he did get overpaid. I think, no, let me not say that. I think he got paid too fast. Let me say that. Because you saw the names you just listed. Steph, Harden, Giannis, Trey, Luka. I'm not even going to talk about Steph, Harden. Because we know they're GOATs. They're legends in itself. Let's talk about Trey and Luka for a little bit. Trey just walked into the playoffs. Knicks was talking nasty. Knicks fans this, Knicks fans that. We all agreed it was going to be a fairly even series. We thought it was going to be an even series. Cakewalk. Destroyed them. Went to Philly. Underdogs. Beat Philly. Gave Milwaukee a run for their money, but Milwaukee ultimately won. He put up historical numbers. He did his thing. On the other side, Luka didn't come out the first, but he didn't play the same team 2 years in a row. They have no answer for him personally. Like, he's just a grown man destroying one of the best two-way defenders in the league in Kawhi and PG. Those two have earned their rights to get that contract. With Michael Porter Jr., we all knew his potential coming out of high school. He was the number one pick before his back injuries. Like, we all knew. Me and Keith used to talk about it all the time. We all knew about MPJ. Like, he was different breed. Just his back, and he had the Steve Kerr back injury. Yeah. So at a young age, that's messed up. I think Denver, they don't attract a lot of free agents. So, getting Aaron Gordon was good. Re-sign him. I understand. Even people said it was overpaid, but I understand the move. You have to keep that core, and he's still young. MPJ, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. That's a good three trio. Like,
and they're all locked in.
Yeah, you got your guard, you got your wing, you got your center. So it's like paid a little. I say it's paid a little too soon because he hasn't really proven it yet. He had some stinkers in the playoffs. He had some great moments. He's kind of up and down right now. He's still young. His shot selection really is bad. He needs to work on it. I get it. He's 6'10". He could shoot over everybody. But that one assist is very alarming. We've seen elite wings have that versatility in their game, playmaking, scoring from all angles. He kind of just takes a lot of bad shots. But I would say, like, he's going to end up being an all-star, maybe a superstar in this league. I just think they paid him a little too soon because he hasn't earned that contract.
Another wing that was knocked for not having a lot of assists was Rudy Gay back when he was with Memphis. You think MPJ is similar to Rudy Gay?
Not at all.
No, I think he's better.
Not at all. The only difference I see in Rudy Gay and MPJ, well, mainly MPJ, young guys, period.
Yeah.
Like, young guys, period, is the ability to put up numbers that impact the game without being ball dominant. That means a lot.
Yeah.
That's tougher to me. When a good scorer has the ball in his hands for majority of the game, he's going to get a rhythm. And if he doesn't, he's going to have a bad night. But he has a better chance of getting a rhythm if he always has the ball. MPJ is giving you 20 and 7, not touching it. He's catching it on breaks. He's getting it in the flow. He's coming off a pin down. He has he's either shot, one dribble pull up, or it's right back, reset. It's a beautiful game. Like, MPJ's game is so beautiful, and I know for a fact, MPJ is going to be a superstar. He has the ability to put up 20 without ball handling.
Like Clay.
And guys like that are priceless, and especially a guy that's 6'11", 6'10", and can shoot. There's not a bad shot for MPJ. There's not one bad shot. There's not one. He has a post fade. He has everything. He has everything you need in a score. There's not a bad shot for him. So I see MPJ being a superstar. Do I think he's overpaid? No. I think they paid him for the future. I think they paid him because they know we're playing him next to an MVP, and we're playing him as the third option because we like Jamal as our creator. So he's the third option, putting up 20 on a championship contending team. that speaks volumes for a young player. I think they see that and they say, okay, we have to acknowledge that. Give him his flowers now while he can still smell them. I understand it. Maybe too soon. I agree with Riv. He's still young, but he's gonna be worth it soon.
A player that just got paid not that type of money, but similar was Brandon Ingram. He got a 5-year, $158 million extension. So do you think that MPJ is better than Brandon Ingram?
Yes.
I think he impacts the game better than Brandon. I think Brandon Ingram is more skilled right now.
He's
more versatile.
He's just described.
Yeah, but
as Ingram needs to have the ball to have a rhythm, where MPJ doesn't need to have it to have a rhythm. And I like this. I don't know about the contract. We can get into that, whatever ifs, ands, or buts. Everybody's going to feel differently. But I like the idea of them keeping Jokic, Jamal, and MPJ together for the future. Yeah. And they looked into MPJ. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick. He was on the JJ Redick podcast, and he told JJ Redick that Sacramento told me they wanted to take me. They were about to take me at number 2. And then he goes all the way to 14. I was screaming for the Knicks to take him at that time.
Oh and when we took Bulls, I was wanted the Bulls to take him.
Yo. When we took Kevin Knox, I went insane. And Kevin Knox wore a Fortnite suit to draft.
I think that was the year we took Kobe.
That
hurt.
No, Wendell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
Everybody hurt.
If you we needed a wing, bro.
13 and you didn't pick MPJ.
We needed a wing at that time, bro.
Unless you're Atlanta or the Mavs, you're regretting your pick right now.
The Clippers picked Jerome Robinson over him.
That's a Clippers thing. That's a Clippers thing to do. We picked.
Isn't it crazy sometimes how you can go back on draft class and see like, wow, like look how wrong you were.
Yeah, we picked Wendell.
We picked Kevin Knox.
Not gonna lie, I knew that was bad. He's so bad.
But to talk about MPJ, I think he has shown the ability already to deserve this type of contract.
Yeah.
When Jamal Murray went down in 23 games, MPJ averaged 23.8 points per game, 24, 7 rebounds, and of course the assists aren't there, but that's what Jokic is there for. Jokic is the facilitator.
Educate Riv.
Monte Morris is the facilitator. But MPJ averaged 24 and 7 without Jamal Murray. Then in the playoffs, he averaged 17 and 6 and shot 47% from the field and 40% from 3. So in the playoffs, even though he had some bad games, he still showed, okay, he can play. I think in the playoffs, he didn't have his best performances because the year prior, he was watching Jamal and Jokic play their 2-man game, and he wasn't getting the ball. So now the first time in the playoffs, having defenses guard you differently, he was adjusting to that type of game. But MPJ has shown he can drop 24 to 27 a night. He's not even close to his prime. And he was doing this on all-time efficiency. And what's getting left out in this contract, because we look at this contract and we say, wow, $200 million. The NBA is about to get a new TV deal.
Right, and in a couple years, the cap is going to shift crazy.
Right now, the NBA is currently getting paid
They got to pay Joker in 2 years.
Right now, the NBA is currently getting paid $2.6 billion a year for their rights, or $2.6 billion, a year for their rights. They're looking to jump up to $8 million a year. So the cap is going to go insane, and Nuggets paying MPJ that contract doesn't seem so bad, especially since you have Jokic, Murray, and MPJ locked up. And that's their best chance to win a championship.
Well, Jokic is about to get his bag.
Definitely.
Because I play 2K, so after this offseason, his contract is up, so he needs his bag. But yeah, I agree. I think MPJ needs to be the second best player for them to be in the championship. Honestly, I believe that wing, you need to have that.
I think he's already the second best player. I just think that he's limited. I truthfully think MPJ is better than Jamal Murray. Like, if I'm being honest, I think that he's a better player. Truthfully, I think he could do more. Feel me? Jamal Murray has the ball in his hands more, but the better player.
Can he do more though?
I mean, he's 6'10".
I mean, not to mention they also locked up Aaron Gordon. So they
I said
so
that.
they have Murray.
What did they sign him to?
16, 4 years, and it was like
60 something million or 80 something million.
That's in the 70s, bro.
Oh, it's 70s?
Okay. Higher than 70s.
It's not a bad contract.
It's not because it's Denver. They're not gonna get anything.
I think for MPJ to take that next step, he has to turn into a way better defender.
He's horrible on that.
Because if MPJ and Aaron Gordon can both be their wing perimeter defenders, now you're looking at a scary team. Like they can score on you and they can lock you down because we know Murray and Jokic, they're not going to defend
at all.
Well, Jamal tries.
he tries, but they really need.
Yeah, no, he loved the effort. Call.
They need MPJ and they need Aaron Gordon. And I think getting another two. So getting rid of Will Barton, even though he provides scoring, but getting rid of him for another kind of Gary Harris type of player.
It's over. It's over. Like, Will, he's always hurt.
Like, you know what I think would be like a dream team for the Nuggets if they could find a way to pull off a trade for Dylan Brooks and have Murray, Brooks, MPJ, Gordon, and Jokic.
The only problem I have with that is Dylan's shot selections. He's
kind of nutty.
Yeah, he gets crazy sometimes.
But I think he's gonna be more laid back with that team.
He could be. It's a gamble, but it's a good gamble. Like
because he can lock down.
No, yeah, it's just he be bugging sometimes. Like sometimes he takes really bad shots.
What does their bench look like? I know they got Monte Morris,
Austin
Taylor
Rivers,
Horton Tucker's old
the Compazzo dude.
Compazzo,
short guy.
Yeah.
Compazzo, Morris, Austin Rivers.
Nice. He's good. Nice.
I wouldn't say nice. He's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's all right.
Bol is still on their bench.
He doesn't play. Don't know
why.
PJ Dozier.
He's all right. He's a good defender.
Jermichael Green. Zeke Naji. Yeah, Jeff Green is also there. They signed him.
My boy Jeff.
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff.
That's Uncle Jeff.
I mean, I think this year we're going to really see if MPJ was worth it because with Jamal Murray out for the majority of the season, we're going to see MPJ have that 24, 25
I don't think that's fair, though.
Point per game season.
I don't think that's fair because I feel like Jamal's not going to play. So it's going to be a lot more pressure on MPJ. I feel like they paid him to be that third or second guy when Jamal is there. I feel like,
or they paid him to supersede Jamal and be that second guy. $200 million is $200 million.
Or they paid him to just be that guy, period.
He's 22, right?
So we know that I think he's 24 actually.
I'm not saying he's better than Jokic.
He's 24 actually.
I'm not saying he's better than Jokic.
You think he can ever get there?
You said superstar.
I think he can. I'm not saying he is right now. I'm just saying like maybe they paid him looking at him like, yo, you are the face.
I
maybe
I respect that.
They gave him $200 million.
I mean, they didn't give it to him. Somebody
who else
else
had those contracts? Who? Steph? Harden? Who else?
Legends.
Bro, legends,
Gobert,
right?
Trey, Luka.
Well, Gobert.
Okay.
The rest of them.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Russell Westbrook, too.
Yeah, like the rest of them.
Right,
the
but I'm saying they paid him like that. They might be looking at him like that.
They should.
Jokic has no problem taking a back seat because Jokic can average 18, 12, and 10 and be fine.
If he goes,
I think he needs to take a back seat.
Jokic's nice.
I just think, you know what I'm saying? The big man, the days of the big man, it's not really.
He's not just your big man, though.
He's not.
He's a point center.
He's a point
different.
center, but like.
He's different. So he's literally different.
The joke, it's weird because you watched him against Phoenix and he was just getting picked on, and it was just like he was one of the reasons. Like he was great. Yeah, he was great offensively, but he was one of the reasons. He was one of the reasons they lost that series. Like as much as he did offensively, they were just picking on him, and they had no. And I think that's what the MPJ being a better defender is really going to help them because if you have those two wings and then you can get a second guy to just another 3-and-D guy to play that 2-guard spot. Then that'd be a dynamic starting five, and then you get a solid bench. It's just MPJ's development. Hopefully, Jamal Murray. We got to see what he's gonna look like when he comes back.
He has to implement himself more. He has to, because he's a flow guy. Like if you watch MPJ, he does not command the ball. I watch MPJ. He does not. He never commands the ball. He's never begging for the ball. He's where he has to be always. He's playing. He's running the fast breaks. He's filling the fast breaks, the lanes the way he's supposed to. He's in the corner where he's supposed to. He's at the wing. He's always where he needs to be. So if he starts implementing himself, let me get out of place. I just want the ball right now. Let me call for it. He can have a better year. He can jump up at least 5-6 points a game if he does that alone.
I see it.